welcome to Battle of Girls Hits and Knits, episode 66, probably. My name is Meg, and I will be your host. If you are a new viewer, welcome, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I have recently hit 3,000 subscribers on Instagram, and I'm going to be doing another giveaway because I love you all. And I have already started pulling prizes, and I will be emailing the winners and letting them know that they have won on Ravelry. So if you have put in for any of our giveaways recently, please check the Ravelry thread, and the link to the Ravelry group will be right down below. Let's see. Oh, the threads are closing. There are 2 knit-alongs that I'm running right now. There's the Shusui Shrug-along, which is with The Corner of Craft, Lofty Loops, Yarn Cafe Creations, Dragon Horde Yarn, and myself. We are all hosting little prize giveaways in our cows or in our threads, so please go over there, get your pictures in. This was a participation. Mine is finished, and I've saw quite a few others that did finish them as well. So congratulations to you guys and myself for working very hard and trying to get it in within 2 months. For all the time I took off of it, I was actually very impressed that I finished it. Having all of Easter off definitely helped. Other than that, I have the Hogwarts Class Cow, which I am co-hosting with This Old Knit, who is Nina. And she has so wonderfully been keeping an eye on the thread and answering questions and responding. So Nina, thank you so much for being an absolute lifesaver when I am positively drowning in work. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I sent her a thank you skein too recently, so hopefully you'll see that on the podcast. Okay, yeah, I think that's about it. I'm gonna draw prizes from the rustic Mad Fuzzy yarn. I'm gonna do prizes of Owls and Orchids with her charms. I have, I think I have a bag from Lila Styles. I have the pattern, the changes shawl from Mina Phillip. I'm pretty sure it's changes. And anyway, so that will all be given away, and I will be messaging those people. So please check on your thread, not immediately because I have to upload this, but pretty soon. And I will be able to send them out hopefully Monday, unless it's a pattern, in which case I'll just get in touch with the designer. Today I am drinking coffee. This is not a French press, but a pressed black tea that's Santa's Secret from David's Tea, and the mug's from David's Tea, and it's absolutely delicious, and I just have some cream in it. I had quite a froggy throat this morning, and I've come down with something again because teaching and life and busyness and not sleeping enough and all those crazy things. So I'm having some tea to keep my throat warm, and hopefully, since I am pre-recording this, I will be able to cut out any large coughing spells I have. So if you want to grab yourself something tasty to drink as well, I would highly suggest you do so. After that, I guess I can go right into my FOs, which I am excited to say. When I was going to record at 9 this morning, I had none, and as of 1:51, I have 1. So this is a basic my favorite hat pattern. I worked it up in a mauve color from Knit Picks, and it's the Brava worsted, I believe, and it's like this silvery purple gray. It's really fun, and I put a little pom-pom on there. I did like a star decreases in the hat. I think I cast on 96 stitches, but it seems a little bigger than I remember my last 96 stitch hat being, but other than that, kind of just folds on itself, or you can kind of leave it up. It's going to be a gift. I'm not sure quite for who yet. I had an idea, but then I might be changing my mind and doing something different for them. So I've just kind of put her on the head so it can hang out here with me while I figure out who it goes to. It it keeps going like this. I think it's because I keep trying to put the pom-pom at the top. Yeah. All right, anyway, so basic beanie, not too much to say, but very happy to have it off the needles. I love a good hat pattern, but I stalled after I was halfway through this one because I got a different idea, and then I started other things, so I have lots to share with you. Let's move right on into whips, of which I have several, which you all know. All right, I'll put her down there. So, being naughty as I am, I went ahead and grabbed these out of my bin, my Felici bin, because I have a whole bin of them. A Felici bin of mint chip. Sorry, I can't see my camera today, so I'm hoping you've got this. Looks like this. Yeah. So the mint chip color from Felici, which was the last update. I am not sure that you can get this anymore. Sorry for showing it. But I'm going to knit a pair of socks for Pat for our anniversary, which is in June. So that's plenty of time. But I already have 2 pairs on the needles for him, and I only got 1 pair off recently, and it wasn't either of those pairs. So I want to cast these on. And I think I want to wind them up into cakes and try to match them up, at least the dark brown stripe, because he's not a very matchy-matchy person, but I think he would appreciate that. And then this is the dark brown in the fedora colorway. There we go. From Knit Picks. Very pretty. And my mustache of a whip. Every time. Look like my dad. My dad's mustache is no longer black. It just is in my memory. Ooh, I have fur up my nose. Okay. So this is a donut charm from Christy, who is Sugar Tots on Etsy. There it is. And I started the toes. I think I'm almost at the amount of increases I want, and I've been trying to mentally knit a little tighter for him so they're a nice thing, but they're so soft. I love them so much already, but I have done nothing else other than starting them. I think I took them, is it just doing them at home? I guess I was just doing them at home, and then I was going to take them somewhere and I worked on something else instead, and it's living in my science bag with my nasty woman pin. This is by Stitching Plaza, and this is by Oso Geeky, Geeky. So cute, love it. So this is one whip that I did work on, barely, but I wanted to show you. Living in my Nomadic Yarns Hogwarts brown bag with my Crazy Sock Lady, Nomadic Yarns, and Mismanaged pins on it. Come to you by Dumbledore. I love it. Sorry, I'm so in the window today, which makes my skin look great, but my little character's blown out. So I have been working on my sea glass top, which is knit out of, I think it's Sage by Hedgehog Fibers in their sock base, which is an 80/20 base, merino nylon. It's not bad. It's not my favorite. It is so thin, but I did that on purpose for this top because I wanted it to be thin. So the last time you saw this, it was this big. You ready? Ta-da! I've done so much knitting on this. It's almost done. It is 5 inches away from the finished product. And then I have to figure out what to do with these sleeves. Because, can I do it? I can shove my arm through. Yeah, so it's gonna sit like this. I'm not sure if I wanna go around and do like a crochet edge or if I wanna do something else. If I can, yeah. See, I think that that's not gonna look too bad. This didn't really turn out the way I thought it was going to, but I forgive it. I think it'll be fine to wear in the summer. I mean, I'm using the word fine, so that doesn't sound great, but I think once it's finished, and I finish off the edges and stuff, I will find where in my wardrobe it really fits in, because right now I'm not sure how that's working. It was a made up pattern for most of it. So this is the back, this is the front. They look kind of the same. So I, with this little charm from Laura of, I know this, Tiny Human Knits, So that's a little charm she gave me for Christmas, and it magically matches this project perfectly. And then the next one I got down to is here, and then here, and then here, and then I went down, and then I've got my Slug Club charm, my Christmas charm that's coming out in June, July. I'll have an official release date, but that is that little guy. So cute. Oh my word. I cannot even. So the Slug Club charm, cutest little thing I've ever seen. And I only got, I need 3 inches after the Slug Club charm. And I'm, what, maybe 1.5 inches here? So this is on 4mm needles. And I still have this much in my other cake, and I've got like scraps in my other one. I alternated skeins for the beginning and then decided that I couldn't see the difference at all. Threw caution to the wind and alternated no more. So there they are. It's coming along pretty nicely. It's just gonna be a boxy top basically. I really hope that it's flattering after all this work I've put into it. If it isn't, I will rip it all out and put it into a different project, like something. I don't know. It makes me worried when I look at it like this. I'm like, oh, that's not flattering at all, but perhaps on it will look different. So, yes, I got tons done. I could not wait to show you. Oh. And it really would have been done had I not cast on something new, because I'm the worst. So when I was going through my Instagram feed right after I was talking to you guys, I cast on my Shisui Shrug, the second one, and then I didn't work on it again because I picked this up, and I was like, I should chug along on this. I bet I could get it done in a week. I bet I could do this. I bet I would be able to wear this to Marilyn Sheepenwalt, because I saw Rachel from the Hey Sister podcast, Rachel and Tabby. I saw Rachel working on her Tegna, and I saw Tristan from Dragon Horde Yarn working on her Tegna, and I was like, they're all going to be wearing tops. I should wear a top. So then I started working on this again. And honestly, I would have had it done had I not cast on something new. So I will be taking this up to Philly with me this weekend, and hopefully getting it done then, because for the rest of the week I am dedicating myself, where is it? There it is. Dedicating myself to my Salal cardigan? Anyway, I've added 2 more pins to my bag. I have this cappuccino, and I have this little ukulele that I added. Love them. And this one's Nitpicks, this little Happiness is Handmade. Love it. I have my Connie pin over here. Makes me so happy. So, do we remember this yarn? We should, because it's been in 4 different projects. So, when I was doing the vintage along with Hannah of the Corner of Craft and the Crafty Chat podcast, I picked up this yarn and I started knitting a basic pullover in, I want to say it was a flax pattern, thinking that I would be able to have this cute sweater to throw over dresses and skirts for Christmas and all that. And it face planted pretty hard because it started striping. The skeins that I was alternating were 2 different dye lots, and the yarn is Dragonfly Fibers. 2 different dye lots, and stunning as it was, oh my gosh, go away. I'm gonna beep back at you in a second. Ridiculous. Sorry, it was Dragonfly Fibers, and the 2 skeins were striping, and it looked ridiculously stupid. So I ripped the whole thing out, and I threw it in a bag. And then a week or 2 ago, I tried it again with a rolled edge, or a folded brim, not a folded brim, a tubular cast on, and totally face planted because I didn't do a tubular cast on. I tried to, I don't know, take a shortcut, didn't work. So I ripped all that out, threw it in a bag, across the room. And it was one thing before that, I feel like, and I can't remember. I'm pretty sure this is the 3rd or 4th time that I've done this. So, anyway, I have been cross with this yarn for a while. I was looking through things and I wanted to knit the new pattern by Amy from the Poison Girls, and it's the Beauty School Dropout, and I'm definitely going to knit it. It's absolutely 100% happening, but I changed my mind at the last second when I was going through cardigans and stuff. I was looking at Andy Satterland as well, and I decided that this green, because of the photo that it's used, should be a Soleil cardigan. I don't know why there was so much build up to that, because I already told you what I had knit. But in the meantime, now, I did not alternate skeins this time because I didn't want it to stripe. So the pooling that happened naturally, I just kind of let happen. And it looks like this. So pretty. So since Friday, today is Wednesday. Since Friday, I knit the back, did over the sleeves, started the one side. Next day, woke up, finished that side, cast on the other one. End of the day, finished that one. That was Saturday. Joined in the round, knit down to the ribbing. Sunday, knit the ribbing. Monday, cast on and knit the 1, 2, 3 panels around. And let's see if I can do this. I am knitting a DK weight cardigan in fingering weight yarn. So I knew that I would have to do some finagling. Naturally, I think I'd be about the medium in the Soleil cardigan, but I actually am knitting the 1X size to account for the fact that the yarn is thinner. So, let's see if I can get it. It's doing a thing. I'm so excited. So last night I knit the first cap, and I feel like maybe because of my gauge and everything not being exact, I feel like the sleeve cap is over too far. Like, this is how I think I would wear it, but I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, then I push it back a little bit. Suddenly that doesn't look so bad, but it still looks wrong. So here's I'm gonna hold the camera for a sec. Here's my dilemma. I don't think that I like where the cap is right now, and I need to rip it all back. But whoever wants to rip everything you just did last night back? So this is what we're working with. The bands, the neck bands feel really good, and I did a 1x1 tubular bind off, a sewn bind off, and I really, really like that. I did buttonholes, I did all of it, and like, I'm absolutely in love with it up to the point where I put the sleeve in last night. I went down 2 needle sizes. I'll put the camera down. 2 needle sizes. So I'm only on a 4 where I knit the whole thing on a 6. And I just don't think the cap's in the right spot. I want to take the whole thing and shift it that far over and start yeah. You heard it here, folks. I'm ripping it out. Maybe this won't be done. But I'm obsessed, and I really, really, really hate ripping back things that I spent so long on. Because maybe I'm pulling this too far down. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe, right? Ugh. So I've marked where I thought the next cap should go, but that doesn't look very right either now. Ugh, bugger. I'm having a time of it. Yeah, so cool. I don't think the lace is right. I think this looks good, this looks good, this looks good. Then it goes wonky. Oh well. It doesn't look that bad, and I don't think anyone else is going to be like, your lace is horrible, because people aren't like that. Yep, gonna rip it out because it's just not in the right spot, unless she intended for it to be more forward than not, and I don't think she did. Has anyone knit this before? Is that what yours did? Can you please comment below and let me know? Because I'm struggling here. And I definitely don't want to knit the second cap. I was going to knit from here out at the same time once I was in the round. So I was going to move to the second cap now, but I don't want to do it unless I want to do it the same way. If I, do you know what I mean? Having a time of it, guys. So I can like finagle it so it looks fine, but if that's not actually how it's going to lay, it's still, I'll turn my whole body. Look, it's totally off center. It's totally off center. It's not supposed to be off center, is it? She wouldn't have done that on purpose, would she? Like, I don't think that's right. Anyway, all right, you guys don't care. Or maybe you do care a little bit, but I think I've talked about it for a good 5 minutes now. Anyway, I do love everything up until this sleeve cap, which I think is coming out because I don't think it's right. Arg. Arg. Yeah, it's about where I am. But on the upside, I really don't think I'm gonna have to knit the rest of it. I'm gonna have to rip the rest of it out again. So I have a buttonhole that goes here, and it closes, and it hasn't even been blocked yet. So I figured I'd get a little bit of give with that, but it totally closes. And it closes around my back and my waist and everything. It feels not snug, but it feels secure. That's it, secure. And yeah, so mine is 2 inches shorter in the body because I really like a nice high waist. I don't like it down by my belly button. I want it up at the smallest part of my, yeah, like my belly button's kind of the smallest part of my waist, but my dresses typically hit about 1 inch higher. So again, with blocking, I was trying to not have it go down past my belly button. Anyway, I'm thrilled. I'm so thrilled with it. And I'll keep you guys posted about the sleeve caps because I'm just in sleeve cap hell right now. And also, it seemed to take forever to do this. I don't know why, because I understood it. Oh, bugger. Anyway, all right. And taking it off. Ta-da! Moving right along. So, that's almost all of my whips. I have just one more. And in a very stylish Ziploc bag. I needed something to keep it safe at work. So these are my Patrick socks, which you've seen a million times. I'm so sorry to just continue to show them to you. But I got a ton done. Look at that. Ta-da. Almost. We're almost there. So this should be the last time you see them before they're finished. I promise I won't show them again. So I'm about here. I'm gonna hold one of them about here, and I need one more repeat before I can start. One more repeat, or a repeat and a half before I can start the orange. I've gone through almost all of my colors, and I've decided it wants to be pumpkin orange. So I'm using this pumpkin from Knit Picks. I just think they're gonna look really good together. And then these will be done, so perhaps he can get 2 pairs of socks for our anniversary. Or I'll save them for Christmas. 2 pairs of socks for Christmas, or a pair of socks for his birthday, a pair of socks for Christmas, a pair of socks for anniversary, a pair of socks for Halloween. All these pairs of socks. He has actually been wearing some house socks. He's wearing some today. And and like they just don't fit. They're very soft, but they're just made out of acrylic yarn, and I knit them too big. I knit them on like size 9 needles, like comically large. I think probably a 4 would have been better. So perhaps I will be using up some of my bulky Felici back here and be able to, sorry, I'm like cleaning, use up some of my bulky Felici and be able to knit him another pair of socks. I've got some of the Sherlock 221B Baker Street color, and that would be a perfect house sock for him to pat around in. And I guess that brings me right into Mr. Postman. I've got one. I'm very excited. So from Wendy, who is By the Bay Co? By the Bay, let me get this right. It's By the Bay Co. Yarn Co. There it is. By the Bay Yarn Co. Pardon Wendy. I thought it was By the Bay Yarn Co., but I got all turned around in my own head. There's 2 bags here. So Wendy and I did a swap, and I was able to get my hands on this. I'm so excited. So in the Gryffindor print, which I thought was just glorious, it's like a fringe field bag, sort of. Box bottom. It's got some nice interfacing in there that keeps it sturdier than the fabric itself would. Ooh, 2 pockets. Love pockets. And a really great handle. Great handle for walking around. Yes. So this bag's definitely going to go into rotation. I got to knit some more Hogwarts things with it because I'm obsessed, as we know. So I'm very excited to have this bag. And then there is a giveaway in a canvas. It's this gorgeous blue. It's kind of like TARDIS blue, old TARDIS blue. Oh, so beautiful. Box bottom bag, handle, and zipper pockets on the inside. So I'm going to include maybe some minis or some yarn with this and do a 3,000 subscriber Instagram giveaway. So to win this bag, you'll head over to the Ravelry group, which is down below, and I will ask you a question or something. And then you'll be able to put in for the giveaway, and then I will message the winner. Ta-da! Ah, so pretty. Thank you so much, Wendy. Thank you so much. Oh, so beautiful. If you ever want to donate anything to the podcast, message me either on Instagram or Ravelry. And I love showing off your wares. I'm honored that you choose me to be your voice, and I couldn't ask for more. It's double. Oh my gosh, it's stunning. You're gonna have so much fun with this. It's perfect for pins because it's made out of canvas. It's sturdy enough. It's going to hold 2 or 3 cakes, I'd say. Definitely. 2 cakes would fit perfectly in there, and then your project on top. 2 cake project. 3 if it's smaller cakes, like 50 gram was your 3rd one. Great for shawls, perfect for socks, excellent for carrying around, very durable. I feel like, you know, your needle's not going to poke out of this. It's perfect for pins. A little decoration spot right there. Gosh, it's cute. Oh my word. I love it. I love it so much. So you are going to get a chance to win it. I'm going to put it aside. I'll wrap it up all pretty, no worries. But thank you so much, Wendy. That is By the Bay Yarn Co. She does yarn and bags, and these fringe field bags are just amazing. So I can't wait to continue watching her work and maybe pick up some things myself. Ah, so cute. All right. So that was my mail. And with a sip of tea to strengthen us, let's talk about things that I will be sending you lovely viewers soon. So if you are interested in my dragon kit, I wanted to show you what I was working on this morning while listening to music from the movie because I'm a total nerd, as Tristan told me, which is fine. And so in this, you have 5 20-gram minis, all of them corresponding dragons. I have, can you see it? Yeah. So I've listed your dragons, the kit yarn base, and your hidden dragon egg. What I've done is I've put the dragon egg facing the yarn, so it's protected a little bit, but also so that you can't see what you got until you actually open your kit. So I thought that that would be fun. So you've got the Night Fury, Monstrous Nightmare, Grunkle, Zippleback, and Deadly Natter. I've showed these off in the podcast before, but this is how they will be packaged. I have 10 kits going up at 11 a.m. on Saturday, this Saturday, the 28th. And I'll be shipping them out directly. The kit itself will be $32. And then when I've sold all 10, I'm going to put up just the minis as an option, no charm, for $26. So, it's a full 100 grams of yarn in 5 different colors, all coordinating with dragons. And then I will be releasing separate minis, but no charm with those. I will also be able to offer full skeins if you're interested. I've gotten some good feedback so far. So, full skeins if you're interested. And yeah. Very excited. So, hopefully you've set your alarm 11 a.m. on Saturday, and if you want this kit, you'll be able to snag one. I love the kit so much. My big kit, you can't see it, it's behind here. This is my Shusui Shrug. And Bad Wolf Girl Studios. So I've been a bit busy. I worked on this one about 2 weeks ago, and it is blowing out oddly. Yep, that's better. This is Golden Snitch. This was a test skein, so I only did the 150 gram. So in recreation, don't mind the light blue, it's just how I pull it back out of the water. I'm trying to get it, so yep, there it is. So I have 2 skeins of Snitch that are going to be available on the twisty matte base, so it's a little bit of a thinner twist, very sturdy, just a bit thinner than the new 75-25. I was ordering and I misordered and I ended up with these again. So I'm just going to use it up. And if anyone has been missing that I haven't had the 75-25 twisty matte base, which looks like this up close, then it's back for a limited time. Oh, there it is. All right, so Golden Snitch. Then I have 2 skeins. This is showing up much pinker. It's actually a bit more purple in person. This is Umbridge. It's 2 One Skein Wonders. I have also worked a little bit more on the Night Bus colorway, and this is on the 80-20 base with Polworth in it. So it's a bit of a more rustic feel if you're looking for good socks, or if you're looking for something that needs to be able to withstand, children or something. This is a good one for you. So, right here. From there, I have a new colorway. It's a lavender lilac blend. Ignore the blue again because it's just the pulls. Lavender lilac blend, which are Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, and it's going to come with 2 minis, Peruvian Darkness Powder, and Weasley and Weasley. The minis are not prepped yet, but it will come in a kit form, so you'll basically get 140 grams of yarn. So exciting. Might go up to 160 if I add another color. So let me know. 2 minis, 3 minis. This is again on the twisty matte base, but I'm gonna have a few available, probably 2 of each base, 2 of the 80-20 plush, 2 of the 75-25 matte, 2 of the sparkle, 2 of the Stellina, the other base, the twisty sparkle, and 2 of the twisty matte. So very excited about that. And then just check out my Instagram for photos, and you'll be able to see what the full kit looks like. I also have some astronomy on hand. There's about 3 skeins of astronomy, which goes really well with the Weasleys. I have a new one. So this was the first skein I dyed up. And this is, oh, come on, don't go blue. This is Hermione. And to test my recreational powers, I have dyed it 2 skeins up on the twisty matte base. So, recreational powers intact. I have the formula, I can recreate it. Debating adding some speckles, like wine speckles or something to it. But so far, I really, really love it. It does actually have a nice variation with it. It's pretty. And I'm going to post an inspiration picture and Hermione soon. I was playing around with something to go with the dragons, and I came up with this, and this is going to be Rowena Ravenclaw. And it's like this icy silver with blue speckles. Come on. There it is. Let's see if I can. There. Yeah. Icy blue speckles. So I have 1 skein of Rowena Ravenclaw right now. It's pretty easily repeated. I wrote down what I did, so good on that. I have a skein of Sprout. I think I have more than one of these. A skein of Sprout on the 80/20 Polworth base. Again, just to pull it out of the pot. It's just a fantastic green. It would make a beautiful pair of socks with a pattern on it. This can be dyed up on any base, so if you like sprouts, just let me know if you don't see what you need. I've dyed up 2 skeins of Hagrid's Hut, one on the Polworth base and one on the twisty matte base. So 2 skeins of Hagrid's Hut, and I have 2 skeins of Hagrid as well downstairs, which actually really go well together. I love that. So I just wanted to share all of these with you and let you know that the dragon kit is coming out. The Weasley kit will be coming out. It's a fantastic purple. I'm really, really, really in love with it. I've got the 2 skeins of Umbridge. Fur on my face. And Hermione will be joining the shop. After I finish recording, I am going to be taking photos, so you'll be seeing these probably before you see them here. That made no sense, but I tried. Hugging a box of yarn. Okay, so I think that is about everything. And yeah. So we're into just babble. The kids had their show, and that was last Friday and Saturday. They did an amazing job. I was so proud of them. They worked so hard. They did all of their own crew work. They did all of their own lights. They did all of their own stunts, so to speak. They did everything. So extremely proud of them. After that, I had a bridal shower on Sunday, which was on my stories, and that was actually really fun. I was a little stressed about driving up and driving back, but the in-between bit was really fun. And the girls are nice, and my friend was happy, so all good there. And then Friday, I'd started the Salao cardigan, so I did a lot of work on all of that. I'm a little disappointed that I'm going to have to rip that sleeve out, but need to do it right. Need to do it right, definitely. So, learning experience. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Let's see what else. Keto's going pretty well. Probably on week 14 at this point. I have come to a plateau. I haven't moved up or down, but I will take that I haven't moved up. That's nice. I haven't really, I've done a bit of running. We started Girls on the Run, so I do have something twice a week, but I feel like it's still not quite enough to really push my body into a change. After some things die down, I think I'll have more chances to do that. I will be going to the Maryland Sheep and Wool. I will be going to Needles Up, and I am hopefully going to be wearing my Salao cardigan, so you will very easily be able to see me in my gorgeous green sweater. I am not sure of the weather. We never know, but fingers crossed that it's nice enough that we can wear all of our knits and not melt and not freeze. Something in between, please. What else? I'm sick again, because that's life. And my immune system apparently has not gotten a break in a while. So, yeah. Got a bit, I went for Hannah's advice. I did a little bit of indigo over my edges because every time I was putting purple on, I was getting more red. So then I tried blue, but then it really just went blue. So now that's washing out a little bit, and I will see what to do next. Got a lot of compliments at work though, so that was funny. What else? Just kind of excited to get the kits out. I've had an offer to do some vending soon at a little small fiber festival, so I'll be keeping you posted if that goes through. It's kind of in the works at this point. I just got through my emails and was able to read it, and it sounds really good, and I'd like to do it. So you might be able to meet me live at a different fiber festival, not Maryland Sheep and Wool, but both if you'd like. And yeah, it's just it's been a lot of stress with the play, and I'm teaching the girls knitting after school, and I'm doing Girls on the Run twice a week, and I was doing the play, and I was sick. I was just not good. So yeah, it's basically everything. I am gonna go downstairs and pop the rest of the skeins in that I want to start soaking, and make up some of those Weasley kits so I can photograph them tomorrow or Friday morning. We're going back up to Philly because this weekend we're working a bingo for my college, and then we're driving back down, and we're down here for a while, but we are going to be busy, so every weekend we still have something to do, but at least we don't have to drive very, very far, so that's good. And because my husband's awesome, he and I were talking about The Cursed Child, and he was on a waiting list to get an email about the tickets going on sale, but I don't know if it didn't come through or if the tickets were sold out, and I don't know. So I got on the website, and I was in the queue, the digital queue, and I got on, and everything was looking sold out. So it had tickets for a year, like March to March. They had them, 18 to 19. And it was sold out. And then there were maybe 2 dates, one in November and 2 in January, that were open. So I was like, oh, this one's perfect. It's probably the same weekend as Vogue Knitting Live because it's the 12th, and I'll already be in New York. So we hopped on that, bought the tickets. We did get like the most expensive ones because that was all that was left, and we bought 2 tickets, and so excited. And then after I go through all of it, I look up 2019 Vogue Knitting Live, and it's the weekend of the 25th, which was the other date, and we debated just buying the second set and seeing if we could cancel the first, but it wasn't anywhere on their website that there was a policy that you could do that, and it was a lot of money to just throw away if we couldn't get the money back, and it was just, so we kept the first one. And I probably won't be going to Vogue Knitting Live because we can't afford hotels twice, so it's just gonna be a New York weekend to go see the play on Saturday and come back home on Sunday and go to work on Monday. I'm so excited to go see The Cursed Child. I don't go till January of 2019, so I have quite a bit to wait. But I'm kind of mad that I didn't look up Vogue Knitting Live first, because it would have been a perfect flow for the weekend. What are you gonna do, right? I can't regret it because I am so excited to go. But I'm so sad that I probably can't go to Vogue Knitting Live now, because that's 2 train things, that's 2 hotel thing. It's just so much. And if I get to go to Rhinebeck this year, and it's just, I don't know if I can afford to do it twice, but I would love to. So we'll see. things may change, who knows. But I am going to Maryland Sheep and Wool, and I did go to Vogue, so that's 2 right there. Can't be too greedy, right? So yeah, I want to thank you all for hanging out with me with my slightly croaky throat, and I think I only have to edit out 1 cough, so that's not too bad. I won't be doing it on Friday because I did it this week, so I will probably see you next week. Yeah. Remember to take it 1 cup at a time, no matter how large that cup may be, and I will see you next week. Bye.